Hey everybody, good Sunday morning. It's not a typical Sunday morning around here. Usually about now we'd be getting ready for another Seahawks game, and this would be the place where I might post like a last minute game note video where I talk about like, oh, this guy was declared out or this guy was declared active. This guy's going to play, this guy's not going to play. These guys got called up from the practice squad. No, that's not this video because the season's over. Seahawks lost yesterday. And that means we're swinging our way into the off season. But I do want to make it clear here that just because the off season is starting for the Seahawks doesn't mean this channel is really going to slow down. You might see a fewer videos, but you are not going to see this channel just stop posting stuff at all because I think, as most people know very well, the NFL is a year-round thing. It never stops. There's always something going on. And honestly, I can acknowledge that January, once your team is eliminated, and February, those are probably the slowest months, but we're still going to be doing a lot of stuff. And I want to briefly talk about that for just a little bit here, just to give you an idea of what's coming. So under normal circumstances, this might be where I just immediately start swinging into the free agency side of things for the Seahawks, and that is coming. But one thing I want to say is that this most recent Seahawks season was successful by our standards, by the expectations, by the measure of what constitutes a season where we get what we need. It was a successful season. So I'm going to do a little bit of a video series here to kind of celebrate it and talk about it at further length. And that's going to be coming over the next couple weeks here. It's going to take a while for me to finish it, but it's going to feature some slightly edited videos. It's going to actually be, a little bit more curated specifically in terms of presentation than the videos I typically do. It's going to be, I believe, 11 videos in all, so it's going to take me a couple weeks to get through. And basically, it's going to be a little bit of a celebration of the season that we had. Last year, I didn't want to do anything like that because the season was such a disappointment. I didn't want to think about 2021. Honestly, with the way 2020 ended, I didn't really want to do it then either. But this is going to be a little bit of a celebration of a successful, better than expected season. So keep an eye out over the next few days. I should be starting that series, and I'll wrap it up in a couple weeks. I might start free agency stuff at the same time. That's possible, but that's what's on the docket. And once I get through with that, I'm probably going to start swinging into free agency stuff and initial offseason stuff. Like, it'll probably start with a discussion of salary cap stuff. How much room do we have? What can we do to create more room? What's going to eat up our room? What kind of freedom are we going to have if we do this? What about the freedom that we can have if we do that? It's going to be initially that stuff. I'm going to take a look at our outgoing free agents. I'm going to take a look at guys we have under contract in this upcoming season who maybe need to go. And I'm going to see how the money all works out. So we're going to start within in-house. And then as we move closer to March, I'm going to start doing videos about we can go out and get these guys. Go sign this guy, go sign that guy, try to sign that guy. The guys who make sense for the Seahawks to go after. Because I don't know what the strategy is going to be this offseason, but the needs that this team has are pretty obvious, I think. The needs that this team has, pretty clear. You're not going to be able to do all of it in the draft. You're not going to be able to do all of it in-house. So I could see the offseason going either way, but we are going to spend a lot of time talking about some candidates that make sense to pick up off the free agency market. I'm going to talk about what we do in-house first, but I will definitely get to that. And by the time I'm done with all that stuff, all the stuff about the cap and free agents and guys who need to go, guys who need to stay, we're probably going to be pretty much right there in March with the open free agency period. I believe it starts like March 15th or something like that. We're going to have conversations about Geno and the franchise tag. So that'll pretty much take us all the way to free agency. And then things really blow up because you do free agency, then you do the draft. So it's just going to be popping like crazy. And by the time you're done with the draft stuff, there's going to be a little bit of a lull maybe And then you're starting off on training camp and OTAs and rookie camp and stuff like that. So we're going to have plenty of stuff to talk about. The videos at no point are going to stop. We might see a little bit of a slowdown, but that probably won't happen until really after the draft. Right now, I got so much free agency stuff to talk about, I don't even know if I'm really going to be slowing down that much. And yeah, that's what's planned for the next several months, really. And I'll break it down into further detail as we move through the next couple days here when people kind of... I know people are still recovering from the season being over and us losing that game yesterday. But I'll probably go into further detail about like an upload schedule just to make sure everything's timed out appropriately. So I hope you guys are on board for all of that. Very exciting time. The football action never stops. One other thing I want to shout out here. I will be doing one more watch along in the 2022 season, and it'll be this Monday night, Cowboys versus Buccaneers, because this game actually matters to the Seahawks. We want the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win. So because of that, I will be doing one final watch along stream on YouTube for this season. I did a few at the end of the year and they were successful. I did a couple for the Seahawks this year and they went pretty good. So one last YouTube watch along, and then for the rest of the playoffs, I'll be doing watch alongs on Twitch while I'm playing a game. So basically, if you want to do a full YouTube watch along with me, then this Cowboys-Bucks game is going to be the last of the year. So I hope to see you guys there. I'm probably going to do the whole game. Maybe I'll miss the start of it. That's possible. But either way, we should be able to have some fun with it. I'm excited for this one. And I'm excited to have... It's the final game of the year where the Seahawks are affected in any material way, right? Like, maybe after this game you can say, oh, we're going to root against the 49ers because we hate them. Or we're going to root against whatever team we don't like and root for whatever team we do like. But for me, in terms of really being, like, into it, this game is kind of it. We need the Bucks to win to help our draft pick a little bit. So, yeah, watch along Monday night, 5:15 p.m. start time for that game. I'll try to start the stream at about that time. Possible I end up missing the start. That's at least a theoretical possibility. But, yeah, hope to see you there. And I want to reiterate one last time here, and I'll probably make another video about this specifically. Now is a great time to go follow me over on Twitch, because I'm not going to be streaming on YouTube nearly as much until free agency starts. So there's no more weekly streams. There are going to be no more random watch-along streams after this one. The only streams I'm going to be doing for a while will probably be, unless I decide to completely alter the way I do things here, probably be the weekly collaborations with the Hawk's Nest. That's it. So for a little while, that might be the only streams that I do. So if you want to watch me stream and interact with me in real time, then you should follow me over on Twitch. I'll probably make a separate video just about the Twitch stuff, because I actually made a streaming schedule a few days ago, and I'll go ahead and lay that out for everybody and see if I get any more people maybe a little more interested, because they'll know what I'm doing. But yeah, that's all I got, guys. So good season. I am going to take some time to celebrate it. I am going to take some time to appreciate it. And then we're going to move on to what needs to be done this offseason. We got to make this better. And we make it better by knowing what to fix. All right. See y'all later.